Good evening, listeners. On June 23, 2025, Iran launched a missile attack on the US-run Udeid Air Base in Qatar, escalating tensions in the Middle East. How did President Donald Trump respond? This attack followed US airstrikes on three Iranian nuclear sites: Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan on June 22, which Trump called a spectacular military success. Iran's retaliation targeted Udeid, a key US hub, but Qatar's air defenses intercepted the missiles, and no US casualties were reported. Iran claimed the strike was a response to US aggression, while Qatar condemned it as a flagrant violation of its sovereignty. The world watched closely, anticipating Trump's next move, given his campaign promises to avoid Middle East wars and his recent threats of overwhelming force against Iran. President Trump was in the White House Situation Room with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane when reports of the attack surfaced. Rather than addressing the incident directly, Trump took to Truth Social, dismissing media claims and asserting that the US strikes on Iran's nuclear sites were a total success. He wrote, "Sites that we hit in Iran were totally destroyed, and everyone knows it," sidestepping the Qatar attack. This calculated response suggests Trump aimed to project strength without committing to immediate retaliation. During his Saturday address, he had warned Iran that any counterattacks would face force far greater than what was witnessed, hinting at a potential escalation. Yet, with no US losses reported, Trump may have seen an opportunity to de-escalate, leaving room for diplomacy. Analysts note this mirrors his 2020 approach for Iran's retaliation for Qasem Soleimani's killing, where limited damage allowed both sides to pause. Trump's restrained reaction has sparked debate. Supporters, like House Speaker Mike Johnson, praise his decisiveness, arguing the nuclear strikes prevented Iran from gaining weapons of mass destruction. Critics, including Democrats like Senator Mark Kelly, warn that Trump's actions, taken without congressional approval, risk dragging the US into a broader conflict. With 40,000 US troops in the region, any Iranian retaliation could spiral. Iran's threats to close the Strait of Hormuz, a critical oil route, add economic stakes. Trump's call for Iran to make peace or face further strikes reflects his deal-making approach, but his mention of regime change on Truth Social has raised eyebrows, contradicting advisors who deny that goal. The ball is now in Trump's court. Will he hold fire, hoping Iran reconsiders nuclear talks, or respond militarily if provoked further? His next steps could shape the Middle East's future. President Trump's response to Iran's attack on Udeid has been measured but firm, avoiding immediate escalation while reinforcing US military dominance. By focusing on the success of prior strikes and sidestepping the Qatar incident, he keeps his options open: diplomacy or force. This moment tests his promise to avoid forever wars against a volatile backdrop of US-Iran tensions. As Iran weighs its next move and Israel continues strikes, the world braces for what comes next. Trump's leadership, balancing strength and restraint, will define whether this conflict spirals or finds a path to resolution. Stay tuned for updates as this critical situation unfolds. This is Your Name Outlet, signing off.